Hey guys, it's Hannah. I have some empties. I was getting a little bit lazy with this. And my most recent Young Living order was delivered somewhere. Of course, FedEx delivered it and did not take a picture. So I don't have confirmation of where it actually was, and it just says, like it says delivery locker, which we do have at my apartment complex, but they're Amazon hub lockers, so it sends you a text when you have something and no text. And of course, when you reach out to FedEx, they're like, you have to wait. And I'm like, well, you either put it in under someone else's name, or you didn't actually deliver it here. So, you know, if it was the post office that delivered it, that would be a little bit different. It could very easily get into the wrong mailbox. But because it was FedEx, they literally have to key in the size of the package, who it's for. Like, they search up the apartment and you select which name on the lease. Whoever lives here, you select which one it is. So I've had them before put like other resident, which it had my name on it once, and they put other resident, and so I still got the code even for that one. Like if they put my husband's, it will go to his phone, he'll get the text, but he didn't get a text, I didn't get a text. Nightmare. But FedEx is like, you got to see if it turns up, whatever. So I think I have to reach out to Young Living today and have them either ship me a new one or reach out to FedEx on my behalf, because I'm over it. Anyways, I have a full basket here, or it looks full, but some of the stuff in here I didn't break down because I was just not feeling it. CoQ10 200 milligrams. So this is just the Target brand, Up and Up. I did buy a refill, but I got it from Micro Ingredients because it was a little cheaper. The ones I got are 100 milligrams instead of 200, but this is like $28, and I think that was like half of that, and it's more soft gels. So the endocrinologist told me to take this, so I'm trying to, but it does add up when you're taking a million vitamins. Just Benadryl allergy relief. This is the Target brand as well. And I bought a new bottle because these were expiring, so I grabbed a new bottle, and then the ones that were left I actually put in my purse to take to work. Not that I take them a lot at work, but sometimes when I have something going on, I'll pop just one, and then if like 2 hours later I'm still feeling gross and I'm not tired or anything, I'll take another one. So I'll do that kind of for work, because if I'm dealing with something here, or as far as like in my purse, I want something fast acting because I'm probably having an issue. But usually if I have like an issue at work, it's something to do with the weather. They've been mulching, it rained a lot and something got wet, like the carpets got wet. That's usually the kind of irritation I'm having at work, not something where I'm having an allergic reaction. So I'm like, there's not that many left. They're expiring soon. Let me just put these in my desk drawer just in case I need them. And they mulched at my apartment, so I'm a little sniffly right now. This is my last Beauty Counter branded Think Big all-in-one mascara in Better Black. So the iconic gold packaging is gone, but I didn't realize, I should have tossed this out a while ago because I didn't realize how dry it was until I opened my new counter one. It's in exactly the same packaging, but it's like a gray color tube, but it's exactly the same otherwise. The formula is the same and everything, but I got it all over the place, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize this one was so dry that I was just like going in, and then the new one just, I made a mess and I had to clean up. Speaking of Beauty Counter branded products, softening hand wash in Neroli, it's empty. and this has been replaced by the counter branded one, but also it's a new scent, so it's tangerine something. So I did replace this at my kitchen sink because I don't have any more of this. My refill's empty and everything. So I took the hand wash and the hand lotion since the hand wash was empty, and I guess I'll put the lotion somewhere. I still have plenty of lotion left because, you know, it takes forever to use up the lotion. I'm not using the lotion every time I wash my hands, but I still have some of that. So I just put the new ones out because they're also in smaller bottles. So I could have left the hand lotion out and just changed out the soap, but then the scents wouldn't match. The bottles would be different sizes, so I just put the other one on the other counter for now, and I'll find it a home later, maybe in the bathroom. Young Living Simplified by Jacob and Kate blend. This is orange creamsicle. I really like this one. One of my faves, definitely highly recommend. That one's a good one. I don't necessarily like all of the Jacob and Kate blends, but that one's really good. Thieves Dish Soap from Young Living. We know that I love that stuff. Oh, I don't know who is gatekeeping this. I need to buy another one. R&Co Moon Landing Anti-Humidity Spray. So it's not necessarily like hairspray. Gluten-free, vegan, UV protection. But the frizz, obviously I'm in Florida. The humidity is all over the place, just depending on the day. This helps so much because I can't tell you how many times I would take the time to do my hair before work, which is why I don't do it half the time. And then you step outside and the humidity ruins it almost instantly. This helps so much with that. And it does have like a soft hold. So if you're straightening or curling your hair, like it has a soft hold. It's not like the strongest hold or whatever. If you lose your curl throughout the day normally or whatever, that may still happen. But as far as the frizzy flyaways, like I have some now, like this stuff, before I ran out of this, we weren't doing that. It's like psh, smooth. It's like using edge control, but like softer because it's a spray. You're not using as much product. This is really good. I wish I knew about it beforehand. I did get this through FabFitFun, but I'm gonna have to repurchase this because it's really good. So I bet they have it at Sephora. I'm not really sure though. I have to look it up, and I'm sure they have a brand website as well. To be determined where I can get it. Drops Sensitive Skin Laundry Detergent. So I have 2 of these. And I got the sensitive skin ones in Crisp Breeze. Just, that's what, there are a couple options. But, one of the sensitive skin ones, because obviously my husband is allergic to fragrance, and I don't necessarily want unnecessary fragrance either. Drops is a certified B Corp. They're Leaping Bunny certified. And these are a USDA certified bio-based product. So these are a good option. And just because the price of the Thieves products continue to go up at Young Living, especially since the most recent repack that no one asked or needed new packaging, but prices did go up after that, and I was like, you know what, I love this laundry detergent, but I order from Drops anyways for some other stuff, so let me just buy this. I do have some Thieves laundry soap on hand in case I have like a weird size load, because those are pods. So if you're doing something that's like a really big load, or like maybe a really small load, it might be better for me to use the Thieves laundry soap so I can use the correct amount of detergent. But for most normal size loads or whatever, I will be using those. And yeah, so I actually have a glass jar that I got from Drops, actually, that I keep them in, along with, I have a separate one for Oxy Booster pods, and I have a separate one for my dishwasher pods as well. So I have those from Drops. They have like a bamboo lid, really cute. I love that. Big Hug self-heating patches from Pop Mask. I did get these from FabFitFun. I think there's 5 in each box. I don't know how much I paid for them, no idea. I like these because they have an adhesive side, but they're basically the same as, they're just like hand warmers, but it's, you know, for if you're on your period or you're having like some kind of cramps, you can just stick them to your clothes. But you know, they make the hot hands that stick to like the foot warmer ones that are sticky on one side, so they stick to the bottom of your sock. You could also use something like that, or there are other brands that have like an adhesive side, so I wouldn't say you have to buy those particularly. I would probably just buy whatever's most cost effective, because it all does the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Micro ingredients, vitamins. So originally I bought these, the D3 and K2, that are 10,000 international units of D3 and 200 micrograms of K2. They're made with coconut oil. Because the doctor, my levels were consistently low, so they wanted me to use these because I do go outside. It's Florida, I'm in the sun, I eat lots of veggies, so you would think that I have enough from my environment, but my levels were just not staying high enough. So they wanted me to do 10,000 units for like a whole month. And then I bought these, which are the same ones, except they are 5,000 international units of D3 and 100 micrograms of K2. So basically half the dose of the other ones. They're really, really little. And I do still have some of these, but I put them in a jar because these bags are pretty good. Like, they reseal pretty good, but after a while that does wear out. So I had a jar, like a mason jar with a lid. So I put them in there just to keep them airtight, because I didn't want this to be an issue. But there's 300 in each one of these bags, so they also last a long time, because you really shouldn't, I mean, do what your doctor says, but you really shouldn't even necessarily be taking 10,000 international units a day. Like, that's a lot. I think standard recommendation is like 2,000 international units, but obviously do whatever your doctor says. They are the professionals. I was gonna say in charge, but no, they're the professionals. You buy Kotex tampons, Super Plus, Super Plus, Super, Super Plus. Maybe that's all of them, or if that's all of them that are currently in here. I think there's one in my bathroom that's almost empty. But you might be thinking to yourself, Hannah, that's a ridiculous amount of tampons. Correct. So many that I called the doctor, because what is going on with my body? So, results pending. I have to go back in a couple weeks and see what she says about my lab work and stuff. So hopefully I will stop having my current issue, because I don't really feel like hemorrhaging or thinking that I'm gonna run out of blood. I also don't want to have a blood transfusion or an iron infusion, so need to figure this out. Spongele, this one's from the Milano collection. Pink Pamplemousse, this is the standard size, 14 plus uses. I love these. 14 plus is a great size for just having at home, or if you're gonna go like on an extended trip, that would be a good size. I like the 5 uses, or it's like 5 plus for travel, because then you don't have to bring it back with you because it's empty. Even if you're just going on a weekend trip, like, it's worth it to not have to bring something back with you and you've basically used it all. So, and depending on where you're vacationing too, like, you might have taken 7 showers over a long weekend, depending on what kind of a vacay you're on. So, you know, just depends. Young Living Thieves hand sanitizer. This one has a pop top, so I'm gonna refill it because I think I ran out of the small ones anyways. I had some that had just twist off caps, and I had just been putting the pop top on, the flip top on top of them, but I think I ran out, so I will just refill that one. Black peppercorns from the Western Ghats of Kerala, Ishka Farms. Anyways, I got these from Hive Brands. The price was pretty good. It tells you the batch number, when it was packed, the distributor. So this one is Violet Seattle LLC. So you have like a lot of information on here of product of India, where your spices are coming from, and I like that. I haven't ordered from Hive Brands in a long time, mainly because they changed a lot of their policies. They really buckled down on what they considered like solid brands for them. So there were a lot of things that were removed from the site or are no longer sold on their site. Their shipping process changed a little bit as well, as far as, can you get free shipping? What is the minimum threshold for that? So I just haven't in a while, but I do think I'm at the point where I might need to do an order soon, because there are certain things that they still sell that I do want, and I can just wait and order them all at one time, and go from there. Young Living Cinnamon Lip Balm. I also have a Vanilla Mint lip balm that's empty too. I think I somehow ended up with 2 empty at the same time, because I usually keep one in my desk at work and then like one in my purse and one in the bathroom. I also have a Burt's Bees Vanilla Bean lip balm that's empty as well. So I use a lot of lip balm, but it's more that I have so many all over the place that sometimes you just empty them all out at the same time. Beauty Counter Control SOS Acne Spot Treatment. This was expired, so it's not quite empty, but it's time for it to go. I also have Beauty Counter branded Sunspill Clean Eau de Parfum. So this is the like original holiday packaging. So it is kind of beat up. This isn't like the official packaging that they ended up going with. 9 milliliters. This one is my fave out of all of the scents. And then I also have an empty Sunspill full size. So this is the color that they went with at the end of the day with the gold lettering. Really love this. I do wish it was like refillable or something. Not that that would do anything for me, but just to be able to have that option. But these are not currently available right now because all Beauty Counter branded products are off of the Counter site. Because as we move forward, and you know, Greg has shared with anyone as they move forward with Counter, we are moving into like a new phase. So leaving, you know, they sold as much as they could that was Beauty Counter branded, and then they made the decision that on the January 1st, 2026, they were not going to continue selling Beauty Counter branded products. What was left, something will be done with it. I don't know, but it won't be available on the site. Not to say that it won't ever be available on the site or that those products won't be back, but as we're launching the new counter branded products, even if they're products we know and love, we want to get rid of the old and bring the new in. So there are several launches upcoming right now. There was early access pre-sale. I didn't end up getting anything because the products that are launching next are things that I feel like last a long time or that I don't particularly need. So the Cheeky Clean cream blushes are back. The Cheeky Clean bronzers are back. Oh, the cream bronzers are back. They do have slightly different packaging. And then the Glow First Priming Serum. So for me, I skip the priming serum because I usually just use sunscreen as my base layer. And then the blushes and bronzers, they last forever and they're refillable. So I have some from before. Basically, I have almost all of the shades. So I have plenty, and even if I only had one shade, I would have plenty because they just last forever. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. So I didn't feel the need to unnecessarily purchase something that was just going to sit on a shelf when it's exactly the same product. I have an Invisibobble that is broken. I don't know if you can see, but right there in the middle, it's just kind of translucent. There's not the chrome shimmery stuff in the middle. That's because that inside coil has separated. So just because it's intact on the outside, on the inside, it has released. So I could try to keep using this, but it's not going to hold as well. And then once it stretches out, there's no point in trying to shrink this back down to regular size because it's just not going to go back. And it's just not going to hold as well because that inner part is broken. So time for that one to say goodbye. I have some essential oils here as well. 15 milliliter of Abundance and a second 15 milliliter of Abundance. I love Abundance, if you didn't know. I also have a 5 milliliter of Christmas Spirit here, a 5 milliliter of Peppermint, and a 5 milliliter of Spearmint. So I'm knocking out the essential oils too. There's still some stuff in here, but I'm going to stop because I've just been kind of chatty today. But I hope everyone is having a happy Monday. If you wanted an update on my coworker that was harmed by her partner, she actually was able to be released from the hospital. So she was in ICU for a while. They did some surgery on her, and then they decided that she was well enough to be discharged. Her vitals were stable. She had been doing well. So she has some people that are helping her. She doesn't really, she's not having visitors right now, which I'm sure she's gone through so much trauma. This is probably very difficult for her even to deal with the fallout of that, as far as her spouse then turning the gun on himself after attacking her. That's just a lot. It's complicated. So we have done a couple things for her as far as, trying to assist without being invasive. And we did end up at my job. Some of the managers did say, okay, let's move forward with a GoFundMe. So they did do that. And we've collected quite a bit for her to help her in her recovery. That is specifically for her bills while she is recovering, including medical bills. I don't know what her insurance situation is like because she is part-time, so I don't know if she has insurance with us or if she had insurance through her husband. I really don't know, but because of that, she may have hefty medical bills, so that is a concern. But also, again, not wanting to be too invasive or in her business, because I'm sure she already feels like people know things about her that she doesn't want them to know. So she is on the mend, but it will be a long journey. But thank you for being here with me today, and I will catch you later. Bye.